everybody, welcome back to sunny Colorado today. Joe, it's summer backyard cooking here. Actually, this is Colorado weather. It says it's supposed to be 75 degrees today. I don't think it's making it above 34. So we're gonna stand outside and do this anyway. It is November 9th. November means turkey month, right? So we've got a turkey video for you today. Not your usual turkey video. We are attempting to not go overboard on our weight gaining this holiday season. So my wife and I are on a little bit of a healthy kick here for 2 months. So part of that healthy kick is eating lots of turkey. So we're gonna be turkeyed out, but we're gonna create some of our own recipes. Part of this I'm doing for a group called Healthy Habits. You can check them out online. That's Healthy, H-E-B-E-T-S, Healthy Habits. My friend Jeremy has got an awesome program put together, so you guys can all check that out. Anyway, today we are going to be making some Italian turkey meatballs. I just wanted to let you all know too, I got my Dutch oven hat here and my I voted sticker. I hope you all took advantage of voting yesterday. In this free country that we live in, it's so important to at least state your opinion and feel like you're a part of the system. It's a great system we have here. It's got flaws, but it's really awesome, and we have the privilege to vote and each get our own opinion about how we want things to look. Anyway, enough about that. Back to this chilly weather. So oftentimes, Joe, like today in my life, we all have different jobs. We come home, we need to throw something together. This Italian turkey meatball recipe is very simple. I don't have any ingredients out here except the turkey, as you can see. So we're gonna go back into our fridge. We're gonna rummage through there, see what kind of ingredients we can throw together. If we don't have what we need, we may have to run down to our local store. The recipe we have today calls for 2 pounds of turkey, 1.5 peppers, some Parmesan cheese, a couple eggs, croutons, salt, garlic, onion, black pepper, red pepper, crushed tomato, and diced tomato. We're gonna go look in our fridge, see what we've got there, see what we can come up with. We might have to be a little creative. Hope you all follow along here. This recipe, honestly, will probably take about 15 minutes to combine, and then about 30 minutes to cook either in your Dutch oven, in your own oven. Today, even though it's chilly, we're gonna cook this baby out on the hot fire. So stick with us. All right, so we're looking for peppers, Parmesan, eggs, we should have some of those, croutons. My diet today is trying to limit bread, so I'm gonna see what I can substitute for the croutons. Salt, garlic, onion, black pepper, red pepper. I'm gonna use some of our own homestead rub that we've created, Joe, but for those of you that don't have that, we'll go through the garlic, onion, black pepper quantities. And looking for crushed tomato and diced tomato. Not for sure if I got those in the pantry today. We may have to go to the store and find those. But here's something I think, Joe. We've got some leftover mushrooms. I need to clean these babies up. I'm thinking that I could dice those up and use those in place of the croutons to hold some moisture in the turkey meatballs, since they're going to tend to dry out a little bit.
That sounds good.
All right, we'll start with that. Couple leftover jalapenos. I love jalapenos. I don't know, in 12 or 18 meatballs, we could surely throw in some jalapenos.
Yeah, I was gonna say if there's
Spice that up a little bit.
There's one thing I would probably bet that Jared Anderson always has in his fridge. It's probably a jalapeno.
These might be the last two. I got some leftover onion from my omelet I had this morning. Some red onion. That thing's pretty potent. I also bought some alfalfa sprouts the other day. I thought I'd throw those on a sandwich. Maybe I could integrate a few of those in there. We'll give that a whirl. We'll think about that a little bit here. Calls for a red pepper. Look at that. I got a red pepper in there. It's even healthy. I mean, it's in good shape is what I mean. I'm supposed to eat a handful of spinach every day. You suppose we can find a spot to put spinach in a meatball?
I suppose.
We'll see what we can do with that. All right. I've got some eggs. I'm short on Parmesan cheese and tomatoes, so we may have to make a quick run for that. My friend Joe seems to think we need to somehow incorporate Since it's Thanksgiving theme here, he loves cranberries. Who likes cranberries? The only cranberries I can think of is my grandmother's cranberries she dumped out of a can. But fresh cranberries good. So Joe's thinking, what if we take some cranberries, incorporate those into the meatballs somehow? The only thing I have, I think, I've got some honey roasted sliced almonds with cranberries.
Hey.
Look at that. We're gonna see how that goes. Okay.
I don't know if I'd listen to that Joe guy though.
He's coming up with some crazy ideas. All right, let's go to the market, Joe. See what we can find. Yeah, we're all the way up to 32 degrees.
Probably gonna hit 71 in like
ice on the windshield.
half an hour or so, you know.
It literally was supposed to be 71 degrees right now.
It says Wednesday 3 p.m. 71 degrees. Real feel 69.
Something didn't update. So we're after some tomato product, and as Joe and I are traveling, we are going to be creative. We're going to make some kind of a cranberry barbecue sauce to go on these meatballs. Gotta have barbecue. All right, let's go see what we can find. Happy Thanksgiving. Look at that. Hey, we're almost out of that.
What's that?
Looks like some good stuff. Cranberry nectar.
I wonder what the difference is between juice and nectar.
Well, this is sucked out by a hummingbird. I don't know how that gets processed, but yeah. We might use this. I'm going to come back. What happens when they move everything around in the store? Here's what we're after. And we got marmalade at home. We need some of this
Cranberry nectar.
Cranberry nectar. Should be all we need. And I think I know where to find a bottle of that Dutch oven sweet and sassy. Yeah. We got a resource for that.
I thought it was gonna be 71 when we got
Hot out here. Folks, we made it back. We've got our ingredients, made it back from the market. I had to make a cup of coffee. It's supposed to be 71. I think it's getting colder. That's not 71 out there. We're gonna make this recipe pretty quick and easy, which is what we want to do anyway. So guys, you can make this inside of your kitchen, which might be a lot better on a day like today. But we've got our turkey. We're gonna use 2 pounds of turkey today, which will make plenty of meatballs. You can half this recipe. We'll get this, get the link up there on the website for y'all. We're gonna use 1.5 peppers. I'm gonna use my red pepper. And in place of this green pepper, I'm going to use 2 jalapenos. 2 ounces of Parmesan cheese. I've got some Italian cheese we found down at the market. 2 eggs. In place of croutons today, we are going to use mushrooms and some alfalfa sprouts. That's kind of odd, isn't it? We're going to add a little salt, garlic, onion, black pepper, red pepper. I think in place of that, Joe, we've got a Homestead rub spice mix that we have here. You can check that out on our website. It's an Italian seasoning based rub. And then we did find our crushed tomatoes and some petite diced tomatoes. We're going to blend all that together in this bowl here, make some meatballs, get those in our Dutch oven, and we're going to cook it over the fire. So hang with us as we get going here. Hey, if y'all need a Christmas gift, that season's coming up. I think we got some of these aprons on the website. And if you don't like jalapenos, you can just use a regular green bell pepper, or you can use 2 red bell peppers. We're using the green and the red just to give a little color variation against my purple fingers because they're so cold out here. item we need is croutons. Well, we're not going to use croutons today. We're staying with the veggie theme, so we're going to add a few mushrooms. I guess if you don't like mushrooms, you could leave these out. And you don't have to leave the croutons out. You could use croutons, you could use some saltine crackers, some leftover dried bread. We're just trying to stay on the vegetable theme around here. In place of that extra mushroom, I'm going to throw in some other random veggies. We got some alfalfa sprouts. Those are kind of weird. A little fiber in there. Keep that stuff together. We're going to throw in a little spinach in here today. And hopefully help bind the meatballs together. I had some diced onion already chopped up here from my omelet this morning. I'm not going to throw a lot of those in there, but about a 1/4 cup. Recipe calls for 2 ounces of Parmesan cheese. I've got a mix of Mott's, provolone, Parmesan, etc. This is an 8-ounce bag. I'll just add a little bit in there. Just enough, right? Recipe calls for a tablespoon of garlic, tablespoon of onion, some black pepper, red pepper. I have a premix made of some Italian seasoning we make here. And I'm just going to add about 2 tablespoons to this entire recipe. It's already got salt, pepper, Italian seasonings and whatnot in there. And we're down to our tomatoes. Recipe calls for 24 ounces of crushed tomatoes and 18 ounces of diced tomatoes. We've got a 14.5 ounce can. That's what we're going to use in an 18-ounce can. I'm telling you what, Joe, my fingers are getting cold.
I bet.
All right. Now we're going to stir this stuff up and make some meatballs. Gosh, it's cold out here. Well, normally I'd tell you to put this in the fridge. Keep that in the fridge for 30 minutes. We are in the fridge right now. I think it's 31 degrees out here, so we're going to let this sit for 10 minutes. Start to finish, that took us 10 minutes to put this mix together here, so get home after work if you have all your ingredients ready to go. 10 minutes here, we're going to let that chill just a little bit, and then we'll come back out and put our meatballs together. Okay, Joe, in the spirit of the West here, we're outside and we're going to stay in the outside. I'm going to be straight up. I got a freckle too much crushed tomatoes in this recipe. I think my meatballs will hold together. If we had bread in there, croutons, it probably would soak that up just a little bit better. But I think we can get them to hold together here. We're going to give it a go anyway. Cooking them in the Dutch oven. We've got a 14-inch Dutch today. This is a deep Dutch. Normally I would like to use maybe our shallow Dutch, but I didn't have that handy today. So we're just going to go ahead and use what we've got. Alright, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Made 11 and probably would make about 6 or 8 more. We're going to get these on the fire though. Let's go to the fire. We're going to put a few directly underneath, but since those meatballs are right on the bottom, I'm going to put most of these coals around the outside, and then we'll put them on the lid. It's a bit deeper Dutch, so I'm going to put a few more coals on top. Keep an eye on that. I'll probably... Whoa, look at that. Need a new shovel. We will keep an eye on that, and I'll probably rotate it a couple times during the cooking process, but we'll check it in about 10 minutes. In the meantime, we're gonna go in on our indoor stove and drum up some cranberry barbecue sauce. We're gonna pour on top of this to go with our Thanksgiving theme. 70 degrees out here, isn't it? Look at that. All right. Okay guys, it is Thanksgiving month. We've got turkey meatballs on fire. We, though, are barbecuers around here, right? So we're gonna combine a little cranberry nectar with some orange marmalade. We're gonna combine that with our sweet and sassy barbecue sauce to drum up a cranberry barbecue sauce. I'm gonna keep it simple. We got 3 ingredients here. We're gonna try about 4 ounces of sweet and sassy, a couple ounces of cranberry nectar, and about 4 ounces of orange marmalade. We're going to give that a shot of white vinegar just to take it up a notch. All right, we're going to let that simmer a few minutes, cook it down. Freckle. Firming up. I think we're going to let that sit for another 5 or 7 minutes. Finished product right here, Italian turkey meatballs. Start to finish, 1 hour and 5 minutes. That does not include starting a fire in the rain or hanging out and having a fika break with my good friend Joe. Total prep time for this recipe, literally about 15 minutes. Cook time, if you took out the outdoor cooking variables in the Dutch oven, probably about 25 minutes in your indoor oven on 375. We cook these in a Dutch oven. I think we still cook these in about 25 minutes. Really a quick and easy recipe. You could make this, throw those in your oven when you get home from work or school, wherever that would be. It's a nice, healthy alternative. If you're part of the Healthy Habits group, you can eliminate the barbecue sauce or use a sugar-free barbecue sauce. Today we've got our homemade cranberry orange marmalade barbecue sauce. We'll post that recipe somewhere here. Look for that link. Anyway, we'll have all this together here for you, the sauce separately from the meatballs. But enjoy this random take on Turkey Month. This is something easy you can cook any month of the year. So thanks for tuning in today. We really hope you enjoyed our recipe here. All right, we got to do a little taste test. That doesn't even taste like a turkey meatball. It's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah. Very moist.